Today I'm going to show you my top 10 must-own 3DS games. Now hopefully you're going to find something on this list that you've actually never even heard of, because there's no Pokemon, there's no Donkey Kong, there's no Mario, or anything like that in this list. We all know they exist by now. Now the 3DS does have some unique titles, but unlike the DS, it's not that much. Starting with NASCAR Unleashed by Activision. It's a little shiny NASCAR sticker. You know it's official. This game's fantastic. I had a blast with this game. You can race action like never before on and off the tracks. And the 3DS does have game manuals, but they are almost non-existent. But they are still present, so I'm thankful at least. This game will keep you busy for approximately 10 hours. Depends how much you want to put into this game. I had a good time, so I wanted to do everything I can in this game. So you can drift, race, do all this fun stuff. Almost plays like a Need for Speed type game. Next up is another personal favorite, River City Tokyo Rumble. This game is amazing. It is a side-scrolling RPG-like beat-em-up, and it's a blast. Typically, I'm not necessarily a fan of beat-em-up games, but put them together like this, and I love it. Pop this open. Does have a manual as well. This goes over the control layout. Oh, it opens this way. And here's all the cool little characters in the game. This game will not cost you too much, but it is relatively up there in price, $30, $40, $50-ish dollars, around that range. Up next, One Piece Romance Dawn. Now, it does depend where you pick your games up, and essentially the availability at that time. It fluctuates. I've seen this go for $80. I've seen this go for $150 almost. So it just all depends. But this game typically comes with a numbered sticker. Mine is missing. It breaks my heart. But I do have the sleeve for it. And this is essentially going through the One Piece story. But it's turn-based battling. So, it is a good time. Little bit slow, I do have to say. Here's the manual. If you're a One Piece fan, you're definitely going to want to pick this up. Another one of these manuals. And it just gives a warning. This is the stage where they started phasing out manuals. We don't need these papers. It does look nice in there. This is a fairly long game, so it's going to take you quite some time to complete. It's like a typical turn-based RPG. It's Jaws Ultimate Predator. With a 3D cover. Not sure if you can see it, but it's a 3D cover. So if you're going to pick this up, you know, it does have that. This is actually a fun game. It's a great time on the handheld. There's nothing else quite like it. Prepare to have my heart broken again. It's missing the manual. That's a shame. But this game controls fairly nicely. You could be destructive as a shark and eat things like sharks do. It's a good time. It's not an expensive game. Not sure what it's going for now, but when I picked it up, it was about $15, $20. Gotta throw in some puzzle games. This was one of the first 3DS games I've ever owned, and it is quite challenging. I'm essentially almost on the last level. There's not really any walkthroughs or anything for this game. when I was playing through it, but that wasn't too long ago. But the puzzles are great. You know, it's the acting on it, the voicing, everything. Just it sucks you into the environment where it just put some headphones in, and you're gonna feel like you're actually in the game show. A little bit of a heftier manual here. And here's the characters. Glenn Narnby, the host. Does give you some hints throughout the levels. And the story puzzles. There's quite a bit. So this will keep you occupied for some time. And there's also that fan mail section where the audience and fans are going to throw some puzzles at you. They want to test your wits. They think you're good enough to be on the show. Their puzzle is nothing. And here's some other 3DS games. Dinosaurs 3D, Rabbids, and Rayman. Dr. Lloyd trapped in the Forgotten Nights, a puzzle-solving adventure by Konami. The artwork is awesome in this game. This is a unique puzzle game. It has 250 brain-bending puzzles. Hours and hours of gameplay. Lots of dialogue, so yeah, make sure it's not something that you play late at night. You need your brain working and attention. There's a manual here. It goes over warranty, warnings, and then French. And there's another good game, Frogger 3D. Find that one complete in box. And by that I mean the big box with the case. And for this, you're looking at about $30-40-ish if prices have not risen. Dragon Ball Fusions. I cannot give enough praise to this game. I sunk so many hours into this game, and it's so much fun, and all the characters are so cute. They're so tiny. You can create your own character. And, you could be Namekian, you can be a Saiyan, you can also pick human. The story is fantastic. You can go fight characters like Broly. It is a relatively pricey game, sitting around $80 to $100. Hopefully not more. Here is Crash City Mayhem. Here's a unique racer game. Now with the DS and 3DS, I love my racing games. Console? Not really. I don't like console racing games. Yeah, I'll play them handheld. I love handheld racing games. So this is right up my alley. This is like a Burnout type game where you cause mayhem. It's in the title. Let's look at the on-screen display. There's your button layout. Oops. Driver's ed will take you through the tutorial. There's mission data. And select your car. And then there's the credits, and then another language. Face Racers, photo finish. Okay, well, that's probably not a racing game I would play, but Crash City Mayhem, absolutely. And unfortunately, this is another one of those relatively pricey titles. Not exactly sure what it's going for now, but you don't see this too often. And another game you don't see too often, Cave Story 3D with the 3D slipcover. Isn't that cool? Let's take that one off. And then here is the game case. This is a relatively pricey game, but you can reminisce in the original story. This is a fun, fast-paced platformer, so if platformers are your thing, then this is definitely a game you might want to look into. And the last one that I highly recommend, Ace Combat Assault Horizon Legacy. This is just the 3DS version of, I believe, the Xbox 360 game. Experience the thrill of dog fighting on the 3DS. It controls like a dream. Like you're flying. The missions in this game are pretty intense, and it is packed full of them. Of airplane fighting excitement. Now, this is a game that does not necessarily come cheap. Sometimes sits around the $50, $60 range. Sometimes $80, all depends. So you can replay any missions cleared in story mode or play extra and survival missions. You can also have a data viewer, so there's lots to do. Story mode, challenge mode. And there's the screen layout. You can also do a cockpit view. And here are the warnings and other language. And there is another bonus gem. Tales of the Abyss. That came out February 14th, 2012. Somebody had a good Valentine's Day. Thank you for watching. The 3DS is full of gems, and I hope you were able to spot one that you want to pick up for yourself. And if so, let me know what you will and want to pick up, and I'll see you in the next video.